have woolly hair. Exactly. You know that cotton wool, cotton bud, all that cotton wool? It's old people that have that. Read. As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass. He said his feet like unto fine brass. Remember I told you before, brother? That brass is what colour? What colour is brass? Brass. Like a 1p coin, right? That's very dark. You're going to see how dark is this brass. Read. As if they burn in a furnace. As if they burn in a furnace. When you burn something, what colour does it turn? Black. So according to the Bible, Christ is a black man. That's right. John chapter 14 verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. This is true love according to the Bible. Not the one of the world where he hugs and kisses, all those things. The true love is keeping God's commandments. Give me 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 8. Because we need to understand. We need to learn God's commandments and keep his laws. Right. 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 8. But we know that the law is good. The law is what? The law is good. The law is good. Have you got a question, my brother? I got a question. If I was to ask you, what color is Christ? What color would you say he is? Black. He's black. All praises that you know he's black. But how do you know he's black? You just believe it. All praises, you're correct. I want to show you biblically that Christ is a so-called black man. Right. Revelation chapter 1 verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to shew unto his servants. So this is the revealing of Christ. This is the revealing. What does it mean to reveal? What does it mean to reveal something? The truth. Exactly. Read. Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool. His head and his what? His head and his hairs were white like wool. This is going woolly in texture and white in color. What color of people today have woolly hair? Woolly. You know cotton wool. Cotton wool. You know in the cotton field. What color of people would have that color, that texture hair? The so-called black man has cotton hair. Look at his hair. Look at my hair. Is that cotton, right? Exactly. But I've got a question for you. Why are they not teaching us that Christ is a black man? Slavery. As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet, and his what? And his feet, and his what? And his feet. So if your feet is a particular color, what's going to be your face? The same, right? Is your feet white and your face black? Exactly. Read. And his feet like unto fine brass. Like unto what? Fine brass. What color is brass? Brown is like a 1p coin, right? That's very dark. But we're going to see how dark is Christ. As if they burned in a furnace. As if they burned in a furnace. When you burn something, brother, what color does it turn? When you eat plantain, what color does it turn? Anything black, rice is black, right? So according to the Bible, Christ is a black man. That's right. Give me. So why are they not teaching us this in the churches? They're teaching us that Christ is a white man. All those descriptions I showed you that his hair was woolly, right? Look at that. Look at that image right there. Look at that image right there. That's woolly hair, right? Brother, I'm teaching the true depiction of Christ, where he looked like according to the Bible. If I read that again. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool. This is white in color and woolly in texture. Brother, what color, what texture is his head and his hairs were white like wool. or woolly texture? What color of people today have woolly hair? Us, exactly. You know that cotton wool, cotton bud, all that cotton wool? It's our people that have that. Read. As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass. He said his feet like unto fine brass. Remember I told you before, brother? That brass is what color? What color is brass? Brass. Like a 1p coin, right? That's very dark. We're going to see how dark is this brass. Read. As if they burned in a furnace. As if they burned in a furnace. When you burn something, what color does it turn? Black. So according to the Bible, Christ is a black man.
That's right.
Read. And his voice as the sound of many waters. That shows you that he was very loud. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Are you in Christianity? Are you Christian? Have they ever taught you this? Have they ever taught this in Christianity? They don't teach that. Because they don't want you to know that Christ is a black man. That's going to empower the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to rise up, build for their community, love our brethren, love our sisters, you know. You understand what I'm saying, brother? So give me 2 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 11. I'm going to show you why this image is important, that we know this. I'm going to show you why knowing Christ is going to give you salvation. Knowing Christ is a black man is going to give you salvation because it comes with certain doctrines. It comes with certain things.
Take a picture of this, yeah?
Yeah, take a picture, no problem. All praises. Uncle, come here, man. I want to edify you. I want to show you your true nationality, Uncle. Uncle, what country you from? You're from Cameroon, so you're from the west coast of Africa. You know about slavery, right? Alright, I'm going to teach you that after. Read. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus. Oh. He said that. He that cometh from preacheth what? Another Jesus. According to the Bible, there's another Jesus that's being preached on this planet Earth. There's another Jesus. Remember I told you Christ had woolly hair, his feet like fine brass as if they're burned in the furnace? That's from the Bible. We're reading the KJV Bible. Read. Who we have not preached. Who we have not preached. This image right here is not in the Bible. In the so-called Christianity, they're telling you that Christ is a so-called white man. They're telling you that Christ has blue eyes. They're telling you that Christ has all these things. But remember I told you, Christ has woolly hair, right? Does the so-called white man today have woolly hair? Exactly. So they're preaching another Jesus. Read.
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit.
So remember, through another doctrine of the so-called Christ according to the Bible, it comes with another doctrine. We teach, when you see this image, we teach that we need to keep the laws. We teach that we're the greatest people on this planet Earth. When you look at this image teaches you can do whatever you want on this planet Earth. It teaches you that you can be a homosexual. It teaches you that you can do fornication. It teaches you that you can wear tight dresses. You've been to church, right? Have you seen women wear tight dresses? Why do they wear tight dresses in the house of God? Why would they do that? Read.
Another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted.
So knowing white Christ, it comes with another gospel. So I'm going to teach you that you are an Israelite according to the Bible, my brother. You are an Israelite according to the Bible. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. So what color is Christ? What? Say it. Say it loud, man. Say it in your chest.
I'm on black.
What color is Christ? Black according to the Bible. Jesus Christ is not a so-called white man. We had enough of these lies and hypocrisy. Read. So right now I'm going to show you you're an Israelite according to the Bible. You're the greatest man on this planet Earth. You're a great man. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
Plain and simple. Moses said, keep my commandments, it's going to set you on high. Right now, we're supposed to be owning all these banks. We're supposed to be owning all these shops. We're supposed to be owning all these things, you know. know? Right. You know about Battle Street, right? One building. What happened? Do you know what happened? They went to go bomb the place. So whenever you try to rise up for a community, you always got enemies. You always got enemies. In fact, who are enemies according to the Bible? Every man has an enemy. So who are our enemies? Who are enemies of? Yes, you're correct. The so-called white man is our enemy. So we're going to show you why. Give me Nehemiah chapter 9 verse 4.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is